Just what you were. Lights will guide you home and ignite your bones, and I will try to fix you.
Flames to dust, lovers to friends. Why do all good things come to an end? Flames to dust, lovers to friends. Why do all...
There are currently no medications to treat KLS symptoms, and there is no cure for KLS. So the medications that I'm about to describe and talk to you about are, some of them are pretty harsh. They have a lot of side effects and can do a lot of damage to the body. So I do ask that you take caution. Some people feel that long breaks in between KLS episodes can be quite natural, and without medication some people go for a long time without having an episode. But then again, some people will start a medication and go for a long time without getting sick, and it may seem to help, may not, may just be a complete coincidence. It's really hard to know whether or not a medication is actually working. So there are mixed feelings as to whether or not medication actually works. So basically it's up to you whether or not you want to try this. I'll try to keep my personal opinions about medications to treat and manage KLS to myself. This is a strictly information video, so here are it's just a list of the types and kinds and names, so take what you want from it. The first group of medications that I'm going to talk about are stimulants, and they are prescribed to the patient because it's used to keep them awake during their episodes and to make them sleep less. A lot of them are medications that are used to treat ADD and ADHD. Anyways, what happens, a lot of people have said that the stimulants keep them awake during their episode, but it makes them very irritable and agitated. Most patients would rather just sleep through their episode and get it over with rather than be awake while they still have this foggy, unclear feeling in their head. So the types that have been used, well, the main ones that I've seen over and over again are modafinil, or Provigil, or Allertec, and this is used for narcolepsy. And Ritalin and Adderall are also used for ADD and ADHD. So those are the main stimulants. There are tons more, but those are just the ones that keep coming up. The next group of medications would be the anti-seizure, anti-epileptic group. Common names as far as these go are Tegretol or carbamazepine, or Lamictal. And yeah, these are just prescribed. I'm not exactly sure why they are prescribed. No idea why. But anyways, somewhere down the line there was an article written that this medication has worked. So those are two major medications that have also been said to have been used. The next group of medications I'm going to talk about is bipolar or antipsychotics. Now, one of the main treatments for bipolar is constantly being used for the treatment of KLS. It is called lithium, and I have been put on this drug, and I just wanted to read to you a little bit about this because I've been getting a lot of questions about it. So I have this book here of medications, and it has a big article on lithium. So I'll read a little bit to you. Precautions. Lithium therapy requires reaching plasma concentrations of lithium which are relatively close to the toxic concentration. Thus, a decision to initiate lithium therapy should be preceded by a thorough clinical examination and evaluation of each patient, including laboratory determinations, ECG, and a very careful assessment of renal function. Maintain patients on lithium therapy under careful clinical and laboratory control throughout the treatment. So, lithium can be very harmful to your body. It is very dangerous. You have to get blood tests all the time to make sure you are not going into those toxic levels where you can do tons and tons of damage to your body. So please, if your doctor is suggesting lithium, I would honestly suggest just looking into it, and the decision is yours, but you basically have to weigh your options as to whether or not you want to put your body through that, whether or not you think the medication will actually work. If you've tried other medications and you seem to get no results, then I don't know. It's up to you. The other antipsychotic that has been used is on a low dose is Risperdal, and it helps with hallucinations if you get those during your episodes. Other notable medications that have been used are amantadine, which I read somewhere that it's like an antiviral or something like that, and it has a stimulant effect. So whether or not the doctor had prescribed it for the stimulant effect to keep the patient awake, or whether it was thought to be a viral thing, I'm not sure. The other one for girls is birth control. It has been thought that KLS episodes can be brought on by a hormonal sort of malfunction, and that birth control would regulate those hormones. So some people have had success, some people not so much. So those are the main medications that I have seen talked about a lot for KLS. As to whether or not anyone has had success, it's, well, yeah. So that's the video on medications. If you have any other questions, please feel free to ask me. There wasn't a lot of information. I just wanted to let everyone know the common medications used for Klein-Levin syndrome. Please take caution when considering these medicines. They can be very, very harmful to your body. You just have to weigh the pros and cons. But yeah, I suggest you talk to a few people as to if they've tried the medication, if they've felt that they've had success. There are a lot of people who have been on these medications, so I would suggest going to my message board and asking if you ask a question. Just ask if someone's been on there. There's a lot of information. A lot of people are posting about, what they've tried and their feelings towards the medications they've been on and if they've helped or not. So there's a lot of information there, so I suggest you check that out. And yeah, just find out as much information as you can about it before trying it. And good luck to you.
Get the bread on my lap to sacrifice. Hey, oh, listen what I say, oh, I got your hey, oh, now listen.